and welcome back to the 28th episode of my still unnamed survival series. As you can see, I have finally updated to the 1.17 update. I kind of want to grab a few blocks that are going to be exclusive in this update. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be exploring a lot of the new features and a lot of the new blocks in this update. I've seen a lot of stuff around on the internet. I am a little late to the update. I did trim this world in preparation for this update, so I'm going to put a link in the description below to a YouTuber named Prowl's video on how he did that in Bedrock. That's the tutorial that I followed, and it was really helpful. I'm also going to be trimming this world again before the 1.18 update, just because it's going to be changing a lot of the underground layouts, and I would like my chunk borders to be pretty clean in this world. I don't want to be mining underground and then hit a huge thing of bedrock. That would be kind of annoying. But we're going to move on for now because I have been having a little bit of an issue with my audio. My screen recording software kind of just didn't record any of the game sounds. So in this episode, we're going to be unfortunately missing some ambient noise. But with all of that said, I think we should actually start exploring this update. And the first thing we should do is make a little stop at an old farm we made back in the very beginning of this series. We made a drowned farm and we used that for gold. Well, drowns no longer drop gold, they drop copper. So we already essentially have a copper farm in the 1.17 update. So we are going to go in our little AFK cage here and see how much copper we can get from this. I haven't been AFK for too long, probably about 5 minutes, just enough to get some drowns in there to see if they actually drop copper. Oh, he's out of there. He just glitched through the wall. That's kind of crazy. But after we got all those drowns out of there, we ended up with 3 copper, which isn't much, but it does mean that we have a fully functioning copper farm. I might have to come back here a little bit more often now. Now that I've checked out my copper farm, I think I want to go check out the new mining mechanics and look for some raw copper and raw ingots. I've trimmed the area over in our mine pretty much on this line, so everything in our mine past our mine itself should be reset and completely new world generated underneath. And what that means for us is when we look down our mines, we should just see some walls. Everything we've dug out in the past will no longer be there, and it will be completely new generation. I can't tell if there's walls down there. One of those spy glasses would really come in handy right now. I think we're good. I think there's walls down there. Well, either way, I do know that eventually we will make it to reset chunks, so I think that we should just start to mine right now. I have a few goals with this mining. I want almost all of the deep slate variants of ores. I especially want the emerald deep slate ore because that's a 1.17 exclusive. In 1.18, that block is just going to disappear. So I want this world to have at least one of those blocks. Fantastic. I found some deep slate copper and I am going to make sure that I grab this. I want all the deep slate variants of ores for a museum that I intend to build in the very far future. I've always wanted to build a museum type thing in Minecraft that shows off all the blocks and all the different biomes in the game in a fairly closed off location. And I think since 1.17 has some exclusive blocks, now was the perfect time to actually start preparing for it, even just a little bit. In all honesty, these blocks were the only reason why I updated this world to 1.17. I thought it would be a really neat feature to have in the museum of this world. I'm going to be trying to collect all the deep slate variants of all of the ores, like this redstone ore. That is fantastic. And this coal ore. So I've been mining for a little bit and I found this block right here. What is this called? Tough. Yes, that's what it's called. I kind of like this block, but I still feel like there's way too many gray blocks in Minecraft. I feel like this one has potential to be something cool, but I don't quite know what it is yet. I think I'm going to try and incorporate deep slate and any form of variant of tough or deep slate into my building for this world. I think it might blend in pretty well with what I'm trying to go for, especially this deep slate. The top of it I think would look great in a road. But that does bring up a question that I've had in my head for quite a while. Are blocks in Minecraft getting too detailed? Almost to the point where you can build anything out of them and they will still look good no matter what? Or in the opposite direction, are they getting so detailed that you can't use them for whatever you want? And there's no longer any imagination, like One block might be good for a road and only a road, and not a roof. I would love to hear your guys' thought on this. Leave your answers or any more questions down in the comment section below. I found some deep slate gold. This is perfect. I actually want to mine all of this gold anyway, so I can get some of that raw gold. I've been thinking about the interior of my base a lot, and I've been wanting to incorporate some of that raw gold into the design. And that's some deep slate iron. I think that I am going to grab a little bit of that as well. And this is everything that I got from that little mining session. We've got quite a bit of the deep slate ore. We're still missing two. I think we're missing the lapis and diamond that'll go right here. Oh, we're also missing the emerald deep slate. But for now, I'm thinking we mine all of this gold ore we got. Now that I've got a few stacks of this raw gold ore, I'm thinking we make some raw gold blocks. I would really like to see that texture in person. I think it's going to be a fairly interesting texture. What's this crafting recipe? Oh, didn't even get to see it. All right, whatever. Let's see what they look like. I'm thinking a tower design is what I'm going to use these for, so I'm just going to place them vertically. Yeah, I actually really like that texture. That's probably one of my favorite blocks of this new update. I really like that, actually. I've done the same thing with all of my copper ore, and I've just gone ahead and chucked everything else into the furnace because I don't really need the copper ore blocks. But I do think I'm going to take some of this copper and turn it into either the cut copper blocks or the copper blocks in general. I think I'm going to really like using these blocks. They seem kind of interesting, and it adds a little bit more depth into the orange blocks that we have in this game, which I kind of like. These also might work really well with prismarine, and I was thinking about incorporating them into my base and my city just because they do turn that cool greenish color. So I think to actually get that greenish color, I need to let them sit here for a while, so I'm going to place a few of these in a line and just try and get them to oxidize over time in my village. Now that we've gone mining, I think I want to check out this new squid. I see one right here, and it's looking pretty cool. I have to be honest, I did vote for the glow squid. My first vote went to the moo bloom, and then my second vote went to the glow squid. I would have preferred the moo bloom. I just really did not want the ISO logger. Honestly though, I really love how this turned out. I love the glow squid's design. I really like the ink when you hit it. And I like the idea of glow ink. I think it could bring in a lot of very cool things to Minecraft, bioluminescent items, and just other various forms of light blocks that we really need in Minecraft for a lot of decorative things and ambiance. I'm hoping that these will be a very interesting stepping stone into the future of Minecraft and the future of lighting. I would love multicolored light sources and just other varying light sources that use the glow squid ink. I know that I'm never going to go back to normal item frames again. We've already explored a lot of the features and a lot of the underground of this new update, but we're still missing a few things. I would like to get a spyglass and some moss blocks. And to get both of those, we need to go through the oceans. So I am going to be flying around looking for a shipwreck and maybe even a geode to get the moss blocks and the amethyst. I've heard the best method for finding geodes is just flying above the ocean, and apparently they spawn in the ocean and you can see them from the air. I feel like night vision might be kind of helpful, but I'm gonna see if I can find one without it first. I'm seeing some glow lichen down there actually. I might go check that out. Where was that? Huh, maybe I lost it. Oh, nope, there it is. Oh, that's a geode too. Fantastic. Okay, let's go check this out. Is there an entrance on these things, or do you just have to mine through the top? I think that's a hole right there. And that's also floating seagrass. Looks like they haven't gotten the generation quite right on these just yet. Wow, this sounds really cool. I wonder if these can be used as like music note blocks. That would be really cool too. But how do these work? Can I silk touch these? Do you have to silk touch these? Small amethyst bud. So there's different sizes of amethyst buds. Can I place these? Are these like grass, but amethyst? That's interesting. I've heard you can farm these. Maybe I'll have to look into that. I don't think I'm doing that right. I guess I'm gonna wait here for a little bit and see if I can get these to grow. Maybe play around with it a little bit. So I've made it back to the village, and I've grabbed some copper just to double check that this isn't what we needed, and it is 100% not what we need. We need the amethyst shard, and I don't really know how to get that yet. So I'm gonna go back to the amethyst geode and try to get that to grow some more amethyst buds. I think I just wait there, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I'm back at the geode, and if I understand this correctly, the amethyst with the little X on the front is the ones we want to pay attention to. Those are the ones that actually grow the amethyst shards. So now that I know that, I'm gonna bury myself and wait here for a little bit until I get a few more to grow. So I figured out that you have to wait for it to grow into a large amethyst bud and then use fortune on it. And that is how we get the amethyst crystal for our spyglass. Now, how far does this thing actually go? Whoa, wow. That goes really far. That's actually kind of incredible. Now, what else can we look at? Cat? Cat. I like this. I really like this thing. This is gonna come in handy. It's like vanilla Optifine. We are gonna be jumping all over the place with our goals today. I'm flying by these mountain ranges because I wanna find some goats. I kind of thought they spawned in mountains, but I haven't seen any at all, and I've been flying around for a little bit, which is kind of frustrating, but it's okay. I wanted to try and get a goat horn, or at least find where they spawn so I can maybe farm them in the future and come get them. But I haven't seen any. It's been like 10 minutes of me flying around, and maybe they're not in this yet. Maybe they're, oh! Hi. I can't believe that just spawned. That is awesome. There's two. Hello there. Cool. How do these work? Will they attack me if I attack them? No? Doesn't look like it? I thought they were hostile. Let's give a closer look. I don't think that actually does anything, but I really like these goats. Oh. Oh, they're one hit. Oh, that makes sense. I guess let's not kill the other one. Where are you? What do you do? Do you do anything? Apparently not. Either way, I know where they spawn now, so we can come back here anytime and pick up more goats. The next part of this update that I would like to explore is the moss block. I've heard a lot of good things about this block, and there's a few building techniques that I would like to try with this block. So I've made a few potions of night vision so we can fly around our oceans and look for a shipwreck. So I've been looking for a shipwreck, and I found a few geodes. I've taken all of the calcite from them, but I did find one shipwreck, and I haven't really gone inside of it yet, so I'm hoping there will be moss blocks, but there probably won't be. Probably just gonna be potatoes and coal. Huh. Moss blocks. Wonderful. I guess our search is done. Let's head home and play with these moss blocks. Okay, so I was flying back to my village, and I saw this wandering trader. He had almost all of the 1.17 update trades, so I had to fly back to my village, grab some emeralds, and fly back. Well, we have rooted dirt now, and we have drip leaf. I'm kind of excited to play with this drip leaf, and I'm kind of curious about the rooted dirt. Now let's go play with that moss block. I've seen Mumbo Jumbo do a lot of cool things decoration-wise with this block, and I'm kind of curious to play around with it. Wow, that spreads quickly. This mine's really fast too. This is crazy. I kind of thought that it would be used with a hoe and not just like your bare hands. This mine's really fast. This is almost too fast. I think they should nerf this. I might use this mossy carpet instead of the green carpet that I've been using in my path blocks to cover up my sea lanterns. That might fit a little bit better with the grass than the green carpet. I really like the look of this block. You know, I'm kind of curious about that flowering azalea too. So I've got a flowering azalea and then just an azalea, and I'm gonna plant them both. I think these might be some cool looking trees. Yeah, I don't really like that one. What about this one? Yeah, do these give different shapes? No, they don't. I don't like these trees. I think these are kind of ugly trees. I do like the leaves though. I like the added color other than green. But I'm not really a fan of the tree shape though. They look a little bulbous on top, and I'm not really a fan of that. I love the leaves though. Definitely gonna use the leaves. You know, I really like these leaves. I think I'm gonna incorporate these leaves into my village just to give this a little bit more color than it has. I think this adds a lot of depth and dimension, to be honest. Yeah, I definitely like this. So from now on, our path is gonna have oak leaves and the azalea leaves. I really like this. It adds just enough color to not be overbearing, and I think it's gonna help bring in some colors I've been wanting to add to the village and make it a little bit more cohesive. And speaking of color, I think I'm gonna add these wonderful blocks into our mega base. I think I'm gonna incorporate the green colored copper into our roof line where I'm using the prismarine, and I might use the orange somewhere else in place of a jewel or somewhere where I want color and where I want something to pop out at you. I really love these copper blocks. I think they're an amazingly designed block, and they have so many different uses, like waxing them so you can keep the color of a specific block. We will definitely be using that mechanic. I do need to make a bee farm for that though. I do have a lot of bees stocked up. Maybe I'll do that in the future too. This is a pretty big update, and it's kind of hard to show everything I want to show, but for now, I would like to get some dripstone and maybe catch an axolotl and fight some stuff with one. So I think we're going to jump underneath our base here and try and find an axolotl. I'm going to try and collect all the glowing that I can. I'm going to try and update all of my item frames to glow item frames. I like them so much better. I'm hoping to find another axolotl. I found a few earlier, but I died and I couldn't find them when I found all of my stuff. I got everything else, but not any of... It's an axolotl! A pretty gold one. He's mine now. I think we should name this guy real quick. What are we gonna name him? He's golden, and he's my little treasure. Treasure trove? Let's name him Trove. His name is Trove. He's my golden little treasure trove. Yeah, I actually really like that name. His name is Trove. Odd name, I like his name. Well, Trove, welcome to the family. You're gonna hate it here. Alright, Trove, let's go fight some stuff. No, get back in the bucket. Bucket, bucket, get back in the bucket. Get back in the bucket, the bucket. No, the bucket, get back in the bucket. No, bad Trove. Get back in, thank you. Thank you very much. That's a little broken. Another axolotl just came up for my EXP too. I kind of like this one too. We'll name him Muddy Water, because he came from like a pipe. Do I have a bucket? Yeah, I do have a bucket. I'm gonna go grab some water and then get this axolotl in my collection. I think on top of the museum, I'm gonna make a zoo holding all the animals and mobs in Minecraft as well. I'd like an axolotl in every color, and I would really like to capture the warden. Whoa, he can fly? No! What? What the heck? Well, that's sad. I've decided to go mining again. I really wanted to get the rest of our deep slate ores. I did find some deep slate lapis, and I would really like to find some deep slate emerald, but this is really challenging now. They've basically taken cobblestone and turned it into like 6 different types of stone, and it really fills up your inventory quickly. It is honestly a problem. I'm having to fill shulker box after shulker box just to keep my inventory empty and to have a even slightly adequate mining session. This is kind of crazy. I'm hoping the distribution of ores around the world in 1.18 will kind of fix that a little bit, but I might have my hopes set a little too high, I think. I got one of the new achievements through the power of friendship. Oh, that's a mine shaft. Wonderful. These have loot in it for 1.17, right? In the mine carts. I've already got some glow like, and I'm just gonna leave that there. Let's go find some mine carts. Ooh, spider. Ooh, that's a cave spider. That means there's a spawner nearby. I don't like spiders. Oh, found a spawner. Ow. Bad skeleton. Why do mine shafts have so many spiders? Ooh, emeralds. Not the right kind though. I'm looking for the deep slate emeralds, but I'm gonna grab that anyway. Hey, a minecart and a spider. No, back up. Stay away from my minecart. No, look what you've done. Bad spider. I ran out of torches. I can't see a thing. I'm just trying to get out now. There's got to be an exit somewhere. Or not. Oh, what are you? It's too dark. I can't tell what you are. You look like emeralds. I think you're emeralds. You don't stack. Oh, that's definitely emerald deep slate ore. That is fantastic. That is exactly what we were looking for. These names are kind of long though, and I still haven't found any dripstone. But now that we've found our emerald deep slate ore, gosh, that's a mouthful, I think we're gonna call it an episode right here. I still didn't find any dripstone or any spore blossoms, but other than that, I think I hit everything in 1.17. If I didn't, let me know. But as always, I really hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. If you made it this far, thank you. I really appreciate it. And if you made it this far, I would like to apologize for the terrible audio. I'm trying to work my way around some new softwares and trying to figure out exactly how I want things to work and the easiest method for me to record. And this is a learning process for me, so unfortunately there is going to be some mistakes here and there, and this is one of those times where it was a very noticeable mistake, like the main game audio. The next episode will probably be the same until I can figure out how to fix it, unfortunately. But again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.